It's that time of the week. It's the Sunday Club. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Leeds house. It's the Sunday Club. You're joined by me, James, and Kevin, who still hasn't got a camera working, but he's here anyway. How you doing, mate?
All right, yourself?
Surprisingly happy despite a loss. What about you?
Well, I don't like losing.
No one does. No one likes losing, mate. So, what I've done this week, Kev, I've decided to have some talking points instead of us. Yeah. I tried to be a little bit professional this week. Let me find where all the banners are. There they are. So we'll start off anyway, obviously. We'll talk about this. Manchester City 3, Leeds United 2. We'll start off with the team. There's a few changes. How did you feel about that? The changes that you made going into that game?
I thought they were. I actually liked the changes. I thought it was good. I thought Strike should have come back in. I was really happy to see Willie Nonto, Dan James start. I actually was happy with those. I always like to see Tanaka play. You know, I mean, and it obviously hasn't changed his shape up a lot. Obviously, from the start of the match, so obviously Grove was the next natural to come in after Longstaff and Thingy being out. Longstaff and Stack.
Yeah. So, as you mentioned, the Daniel James come in, Willie Nonto come in, James Justin come in, Gorev made his first start as well. So there was obviously a game plan to maybe utilise someone's speed, but I think after a minute, I think that game plan just goes flying out the goddamn window. Again from the left as well, so he's changed his whole left side because a lot of our conceded goals are coming down the left, and it's from the left again. What did you think after a minute when Foden decides to stick that goal in?
It was fun. I'll be honest, mate. I literally just sat down to watch the game. It kind of just. I've just lost all of the sliver of hope that I had when that goal went in straight away.
Yeah, me too. Oh, we've got. Look who's here! Look who's here!
Oh yeah.
We'll get onto that, mate. We'll get onto that. I've got a whole section of Manchester City's cheating ways. But yeah, I think most Leeds fans went into that game thinking it was going to be a really, really tough game. If we had any chance, it was going to be to try and defend resolutely and get a goal on the counter.
With speedy wingers.
With speedy wingers, exactly. Yeah. And then down the left, easy. I mean, he's not picked up again like the winger, not Gonzalez. It was Nunes, wasn't it? Not picked up, not followed, and then the ball's played in. And it's, to be fair, a fairly good finish from Foden. But after a minute, you're just thinking, yeah, it might be 10. It might be 10 today, lads. It might be 10.
I thought it was going to be 6 or 7, to be honest. The minute that went in, my head went in my hands. I was like, oh, God. The thing is, though, with games like this, I know obviously some people have, like a tiny bit of hope. I mean, I would say I had it down for a 99% loss yesterday before the game. And the minute that went, I just thought, I could actually probably enjoy the match more that we've gone 1-0 down early because I thought we were going to lose anyway. However, obviously things change.
Yeah. To be fair, I was the same. As soon as that goal went in, I just thought, I don't know. I felt more at ease. I thought, you know what, this is it. This is how it's going to be. And it was just like, let's just see how many passes we can make in this game at least. And then it was sort of, that's how the first half went, weren't it? It was a lot of last ditch defending, good defending. I might add. There was some really good fucking blocks, getting the bodies on the line. A few good saves from Perry, and then, as just mentioned by Dan, they score from a corner, which initially the first shot to get that corner, Foden probably is offside there. What do you think about Perry's sort of strength in that, or do you blame him being held off?
I'll just blame Perry, mate.
You blame Perry for not being strong enough. Yeah, I thought the same. To be honest with you, I mean, it's Bernardo Silva, mate. He's about 3'2". You could have picked him up with one hand and still punched the ball. But then there's the here he is, Scooter, and then and then there's Guardiola goal side on his. You know, you think you want your defenders to be a bit stronger there. What are you thinking about that, mate? It was just a bit of a shambles, wasn't it?
Yeah, that whole first half was a shambles, mate. I'm not looking back at it with fond memory, to be honest.
No. I mean,
we're doing this every week, going, oh God, all the time.
To be fair though, the couple of times, and it was literally a couple, where we sort of passed through and got up the pitch, it was okay, and we did have one shot in that first half that went about 70 yards over from Mecha, but there were a couple of moments where we looked okay passing it through, but it was an all hands on deck moment, and you're thinking, we've done well to get in 2-0 here.
Yeah, I thought the same, to be honest, mate. But do you know what I thought though as well? I actually thought the two lads that got ragged at half time were probably the best players in that half as well, apart maybe Tanaka as well. But Nonto and James, they were actually threatening a little bit. Obviously, there weren't much end product, but you can see they were holding their own at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the same for me. When this like the second half started, and then you see the two players brought off, and you think you've taken off our probably two most proactive sort of players on the pitch, and you've brought on one of the slowest and someone that can't score. I was like, oh God. But boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
I was wrong too, mate. I'm very, very wrong.
That second half I thought it was incredible. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that was peak Leeds, mate. Peak Leeds. That was brilliant.
And they kept like it was. I think Pep at the end, he was like alluded to the fact that we went long quite a lot, and we did, but we passed it well as well. We passed it really well in that second half. It's like we just thought, you know what, fuck it. We're probably going to lose, and this is what I said about going into these three games. You just got to go for it. You just got to go. You know what, we're probably going to lose, but let's just attack them. Let's just go for it. And they did not know how to cope with us, and we played really fucking well.
I thought Tanaka and Ampadu in the second half were absolutely insane, mate.
I did as well.
Yeah, the way that we were playing the ball around, Joe Rodon as well, the way he's bringing that ball out of the back. Pascal Strike was really good. I mean, obviously, because Bio was playing it in his natural position, right? That's the first time he's played there for us. Obviously, that's his natural position. He's playing in the middle of a back three, and he weren't too bad either. Do you know what I mean? I thought he nearly tried to kill Erling Haaland once, didn't he? But yeah, but he was good. He was the one playing it long. The other two weren't. Do you know what I mean? It was Biol, the one that was trying to spray those passes from the back. And to be fair to Biol, he kept like putting it right on top of Metcher and Calvert-Lewin. It just worked, didn't it? It was just kind of like chaos. And I really enjoyed watching that second half. And honestly, I thought we were going to win, to be honest, mate. As soon as the first went in, I thought, oh my God, we're going to win this. And
I did as well.
Yeah, I thought
How mental Leeds fans are. Oh, we're going to lose 10-0 and then we score. We're going to fucking win.
Oh no, yeah, that's what it was. I thought we're going to win this, and I was up and down. Oh, it was just absolutely fantastic, mate. That second half was. I know, obviously, it's papering over cracks, right? But we went to Man City. Obviously we were away from home. We played like a proper away team should. Do you know what I mean? That's what it was. And I'll be honest, Calvert-Lewin was running on ragged, mate. He's little knocking it around the corner. I ain't seen him do that for years. And it was just
that little touch he did round the corner.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was brilliant. Yeah, it was a joy to watch, man. I actually thought James Justin was really good until he obviously had to come off too. And Jaden Bogle was really good in that second half. I honestly can't fault anybody, mate. It's obviously sucker punches and stuff, but there's really, really good performances in there. I mean, even like I said, Gruev was okay. That second half, every player played well, every single one. And
I agree, mate.
It's just mad now to think, do we do that in the next game? I guess we'll come to that, but
yeah, we will. So let's just go through the goals, because it was pressing up top. And Gruev as well. I thought Gruev was good second half. So they've forced the pass to Gruev. Gruev's played it into Tanaka. Tanaka's played it into fucking Calvert-Lewin. He did a pirouette, played a 1-2 with the defender.
Yeah,
just
he
passed
meant
it
that
in the
as well,
goal.
by the way. It was a great pirouette, but it's like he just let him run away from him a little bit, and then it all just worked out for him. But great play by Tanaka, man. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it was such good. And then obviously, yeah, your tails are up then, and it weren't so much that it was a lucky goal how it happened, but in terms of the fact that we scored it, it wasn't lucky because of the way we sort of pressed and the way we put it on the way we pushed. So we sort of deserved the goal for the sort of pushing that we were doing, although it was slightly lucky. And then fucking Gvardiol just decides to absolutely take Calvert-Lewin out. I know he kicked the ball after he'd already took both of his legs.
Yeah.
What's he thinking?
I don't know, mate. That was a high leg, mate. I've done a few of those in my time. Do you know what I mean? It's like he was trying to shield Dominic Calvert-Lewin from getting around him, and obviously he's not thinking, is he? Really, that's not a thinking person's tackle, and it's a stone wall penalty for me. Absolute stone wall.
Oh, absolutely it was. But I'm telling you what, he's lucky. I say he's not lucky. Tanaka's very lucky that the referee didn't think to himself, "Oh, there's an advantage here for you to score."
Yeah,
because he absolutely blew that wide. Did you see that?
Yeah.
But Mecha, 3 goals in 3 games, mate. We've been crying out for someone to stick the ball in. I know 2 of his goals have been pretty lucky, but I have this thing about momentum, and that's 3 goals in 3 games. Doesn't matter how they go in. Once you start getting the scoring goals, the feeling of scoring goals, I mean, it's just going to give him confidence. So, yeah, fair play to him. He put it in. So then, I'm the same as you. After that, I'm thinking, I think we're gonna win this. I really do. I think we've got them here. I think we're gonna win this game. And then obviously, what happened. How did you feel? How did you feel when fucking Philip Foden,
a cat with a fringe?
Yeah, it doesn't suit him, does it? It looks.
No, it doesn't, mate.
It's true as hell.
Skinhead, for God's sake, mate. Just leave it, yeah. Leave it out. All right. No one wants to see it. No one wants to see a perm these days. Just leave it, Phil. All right. Nobody wants that, mate. Just leave it, please.
Let's get out of it, mate.
And yeah, I mean, I'm going to be hypercritical here.
Yeah,
I think Perry should have saved it.
I'm not gonna say that, because there was a lot of people in his way, and throughout the game we've been really good at fucking blocking shots, getting our bodies in the way, and it's literally gone for about 17 people. If there's no one in his way, then yeah, you can say you should save it, but it's gone through so many people, and it's just not touched anybody. All throughout the game, there's all these shots that were just pinging off and going wide. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's a good finish, and it was a sucker punch, big sucker punch. But we'll get on to. So I want to get onto something actually. I'll do it now. We'll talk
Okay.
about the formation in a minute. I want to get onto this. So there was a few incidents yesterday mentioned by Dan a minute ago. So their second goal is they've had the corner and it's come back out to Foden, but Foden looks like he was in an offside position. And then he's had the shot, and obviously Perez saved it. There's that moment. There's obviously Silva backing as the keeper, which maybe we can think Perez a little bit weak in that. Then there's the diving in the box from Silva. He was ordered on a yellow card. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was dodgy as fuck, mate.
Now I'll put my hands up and say Goodmanson as well. When he sort of touched inside and the players touched him, he sort of fell down. Like I think people that dive, they get yellow cards. Simple.
Yeah.
Because it's cheating. You're cheating. So with that being said, if he'd have got a yellow card, it'd have been off. That'd have been 10 men.
Yeah.
And then the big one, the big thing for me, and everyone's been mentioning it, everyone's been talking about it, is the Donnarumma going down with a fake injury. Obviously, given Man City,
because they were absolutely rattled.
I know they were, but it's like if you think about how that played out, because what that did then, it gave them a little bit of time to gather all the team up, get a little bit of a team talk going, sort of get systems in place. He pulled out his Waterboy playbook, gave them more instructions. He didn't have to go off because he's the goalkeeper. That then added on minutes to the end of the game as well.
Yeah.
There's so much wrong with that, because if you think about when Ampadu went down, he had to go off then. So we're down to 10 men when he goes off. But Donnarumma's gone down, and he obviously doesn't have to go off. Where do you stand on this? What do you think should happen in that situation? Or do you think there'll be retrospective action?
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, on the pitch, it's down to the referee to sort out, isn't it? If the players think they can get away with it, they're going to do it. I think stuff like that, there should be yellow cards involved, mate. I hate it, I do. It does my absolute Sweden, because it's dark arts, isn't it? It's gamesmanship. Because we were on the ascendancy, and because Ruben Diaz was shouting at him for ages, telling him to go down, weren't he, as well? And that's...
And you could see, like, when he'd finished, he'd sort of give the thumbs up over, just to say, yeah, you're good. I think when it's the keeper going down, obviously, when it's an outfield player, they have to go off the pitch for a certain amount of time. I think if a keeper goes down, I think then you have to pick a player to come off. Right, you've got to pick a player to come off for 10 minutes or 15 seconds, 10 minutes, fucking 15 seconds or however long it is, just so that balance is fair. Because I never understand how, like, you sort of, when a player goes down injured, they then have to stay off the pitch for a certain amount of time. So they're getting injured and they're sort of weakening the team for a bit. Whereas that doesn't happen with a goalkeeper. So I think maybe you either say, right, you have to nominate a player to stand off for 15 seconds. Probably Haaland, because he did fuck all game. But it's you got Pep at the end saying, oh, you know, I didn't know what was going on with Donnarumma, blah blah blah. You know full well that that's something that he says. If he's in a game where it's going against him, they're not, you know, they're struggling, like we're in the ascendancy, you know full well that he says to his goalkeeper, when that happens, go down for an injury. That allows us to get over, and I can give some instructions out. You know that's been said, don't you? It's fucking, it's obvious, it's blatant that that's what he's obviously said. So, yeah. We should have won yesterday. What I'm trying to say, Kev, we should have won yesterday if it wasn't for their dirty cheating ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Man cheaty. So covered that. Now let's get on back to this, because you mentioned it a minute ago, and there's been a lot of fans talking about it for a long time. Formation switch. 3-5-2, the 5-3-2. However you want to call it, it seemed to absolutely change the dynamic of the game.
Yeah, long balls, mate. Long balls, long throws, long balls. All made it come back. Do you know who was sitting there licking his lips at that screen yesterday? Big Sam, mate. Yeah, Big Sam was. Big Saggy Sam. sat there with a pint of wine going, "Oh, it's back." Do you know what I mean? And he would have loved it.
The thing is, though, I don't even think we went that long much. I mean, we did in the context of it's us first Man City, but I still thought we played well through the lines quite good at times. Even with that formation change. I thought the midfield three were fucking amazing, like, especially Ampadu and Tanaka that second half. There was a bit where Ampadu had about 3 or 4 players around him and he started doing little drag backs and stuff. I just thought they seemed to like gain so much confidence, or whether they just thought, fuck it, let's just go for it. I just thought it massively changed the way the game was going.
Well, if you've looked at some of our like recent performances and recent games and that, our wide men have been quite lonely, isolated figures at times, haven't they? In games that we've been playing, or we're hoofing the ball up to them and not able to keep it, or we're knocking it out for throw-ins when we're trying to play it into them. So instead of doing that, we're going. Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but we've been lumping it down the middle where the goal is. Do you know what I mean? In between the goal. And that's mad. I can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah, I felt there was a lot of balance to the team. And I actually feel like we'd probably get more out of Goodmanson and Jaden Bogle in a system like this as well. And if it gets us performance like we did in that second half yesterday, then I'm all for it. Even if the people that end up losing out would be like you, Dan James, Noah Okafor, Willie Nonto, and all of that. I mean, Nonto could probably play off the striker. Okafor could probably play off the striker. It's just, and then, or even Mad Dan James as a rampaging right back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or as a wing back. Yeah, he'd be really good at that as well. So, do you know what?
Yeah, Kev, this is for you.
Oh, please don't, no, mate. Don't do this to me today. Oh God.
But I think even we were pressing better. We were doing what we've done in other games, but we didn't do at all in the first half. We just showed them way too much respect in that first half. We just sat off them, let them have the ball, and didn't really lay a glove on them in terms of even pressing them. But second half, we seemed to really push up on them. And it just worked. It just worked so much better. You've got to look at that now and say, you go into the next couple of games against Chelsea and Liverpool and start with that formation. But I can understand the logic behind having sort of no cover centre back and saying if Bornhauser is injured and you start on your 3 centre backs, I mean, you could always revert to that old system and that. But if you want to keep this system, do you know what I'm saying? If you've got all your centre backs on the pitch and then there's an injury, and with the 2 midfielders out at the same time as well. I mean, I think Stack might be back. I'm not sure if he was just out for this game, but Longstaff's asked for a while. So I understand the logic in terms of personnel if we can continue to play this system, but it is there, and I think you just have to start with it on Wednesday.
Stack in the system as well. I think this is made for Anton Stack as well. This is. Oh,
possibly,
God.
Mate. I think midfield, like in the system, I think it's perfect for any sort of midfielder, really. If you've got, do you know what I'm saying? You've got the 3 behind you, the 2 wing backs, and then you've got your 2 man in the middle with you. I just think that's sort of the way to go forward now. But as I say, barring the fact personnel and injuries and such. But it just changed the game, mate. It just changed the game. And I know, like, you got all the fans on Twitter going, "Oh, you're fucking listening to us." I go, I don't think they're listening to you. I think these are.
I think this formation was planned at the start of the season. The way, obviously, for some of the recruitment that we did, and obviously just reverted back to type. But I feel it. I mean, I'm not saying we play it all season, but I feel like for the next 2 matches, this could be a good formation for us.
Yeah, I agree, because people are going to play not Man City, and it's not going to maybe work on other teams, especially if you're playing a team like a Burnley who, you know, they don't move, they just sit back, and I don't think it really matters. 3-5-2 against Burnley, you could play fucking 1-6-3. It's not, do you know what I mean? It's not going to change sort of how because we have to break for them still, but for certain games, definitely, especially these next two, I think it's a formation. We've got to fucking try it, innit? We've got to go for it.
Yeah, have to. You just got to stick with it.
He is, mate. He is in the shadow realm.
Sorry, everybody. I'm using a mobile telephone device. My laptop's exploded.
So, I'll let you choose first. Who was your man of the match?
I'm going to go with Tanaka, mate. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. But on the lead side, yeah.
I thought about this, and I could pick any of the three midfielders, even Grev. I thought Grev worked his ass off second half. Ampadu, Grev, Tanaka. Pardon me. I thought they were all good, and I'll pick any one of them, to be honest with you. It was just a really good performance from all of them in there. So I wouldn't, I'm not begrudging Tanaka. I'm not begrudging Ampadu. I'm going to pick all three of them because I'm a greedy bastard.
That's fair. I think you're allowed to do that.
What do you think about, what did it say? Not what do you think of, what do you think this does now with this?
I don't know. Like I said to you before, if they were going to do it, they'd have had to do it already.
Yeah. Do you think it buys him more time? Do you think it eases a few worries that a lot of fans had about him, about being stubborn, we'll say, and not changing his structure and his system and blah, 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 and all these, super managers that can manage all these teams from Twitter?
No, I don't think it's going to change a thing, mate, to be honest.
No, they'll find something else.
I think the fan base is kind of like done with him.
I don't think that's true, mate. I think there's a very limited negative people, and they're the loudest people. I think a lot of fans are quite understandable about the position that we're in, about how hard it's going to be, with the resources that we have. Do you know what I'm saying? If he's got all these amazing players, then it's a lot easier season. But he hasn't got that, so it is going to be a struggle. And people just need to realize that. And it doesn't matter what manager you bring in; it's going to be a fucking struggle. But the fact that he has changed something that people were all calling out for, he's now done that. It's worked to an extent. I know we lost the game, but it's opened up an avenue for us that we can now go on into the rest of the season. That there's a system that we can revert to in certain games, and it can benefit us. I just don't think these games were ever going to be a barometer of whether he stayed or stayed or went. It was just the manner of losses. I mean, if the second half would have went like the first half, then I think there would have been more of a call for it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he changed it, and it changed the system. He brought certain players on, and it did work. It did. He wasn't scared to do that. And the performance, you can see all the players were playing for him. You know what I mean? You can't deny that. They fucking put a shift in that second half, and we actually won the second half, which is mental, after that first half. So I'm still on the fence about it all. Like, I wouldn't begrudge him staying to try and turn things around, but like I said, I agree, if there is going to be a sacking of him, I think it needs to be done sooner rather than later.
I agree there too.
So there's no change.
If you make two matches, then I'm Team Parker. Do you know what I mean? That's how it works, and that's how it goes. I mean, we're at home, obviously. Got some obviously. They've had a lot of games recently. The two teams that were playing up, Chelsea, Liverpool. Chelsea just lost their main midfield hatchet man today. He got sent off, Caicedo, so he's not going to be able to play.
Good.
But they look good today. I watched a tiny bit of that at my old days, and they look good.
To Chelsea.
Obviously, yeah, look good. I thought they looked really good. There's a lot in that team. Obviously, that Esteval's good. Liam Delap's looks like he's starting to become good for them. I mean, they've got obviously quality everywhere. It just depends which one turns up. Liverpool, they've won, but they didn't look very good either. You know, I mean, again, like I said, if we got 1 point out these 3 games, I'd have been happy. And we got 0 so far. But if we can pick something up against Chelsea,
Yeah.
Chelsea and Liverpool. I mean, if we got 6 points out of the next 2 games, I'd probably be happy, mate. To be honest, yeah.
I think everyone would be happy if we got 6 points out of the next 2 games, mate. But I do think we might pick up a win. I'm hoping that there is some sort of, like I say, that I believe momentum is huge in football, and if we can just take that second half, take the fact that we won it, and just roll on from there, keeping this formation possibly for the start. But you know how it works. Something that works in one game, it don't work in another. But momentum's so huge, and I think we may get a win out of one of these 2 games. Maybe not both. Like I say, we get fucking.
Do you remember?
We get 2 wins, amazing.
You think momentum's like big in football? Yeah.
I think it can be. Yeah.
Remember that Crystal Palace game 2 years ago when we were really good in that first half?
Yeah, but they scored right at the end, didn't they? They made it 1-1 right before the second half, and then Gracia just exploded in that change room, didn't he? And they all just lost their minds. Yeah. But I want to about just in terms of how we played that second half. I just think if we can just,
I think it was good, and I think it'd be a good formation, and hopefully it works out all right. But I don't want us grasping at straws thinking there's 3-5-2 is going to save us now. Do you know what I mean? After one half of football against the Man City side,
it's got to, like I say, it's got to be used. In certain games, where, like Man City are very, they're wide. They knock the ball about. Like I say, if you can't really play, it doesn't really matter what position formation you play against a team that's going to sit back and try and hit you on the counter. Doesn't really matter. 3-5-2 is not really going to be effective against a team like a team that plays like that. But as long as we can use it, like one of these 2 games, especially Liverpool, especially if he's in charge still, Arne Slot, I think that formation could do really well against them.
I forgot to put these up. Van Dijk as well,
He's fell off a cliff, hasn't
he? Yeah.
Van Dijk.
So Salah.
But apparently, if you read stories, it's the whole Liverpool team's fault that Salah's really bad. They're not helping him enough. They're not supporting him enough, apparently.
Okay.
I forgot to put these up.
Not that they got rid of the person that made him look good by passing it to him all the time down the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Yeah.
That's true. Let me just whack these up, mate, because I forgot to put them up when we were talking about Man City. So here's the momentum. I love my momentum. Look at that.
That's much momentum, that is.
It is. So much momentum. The momentum of life against Manchester City. The stats don't look as bad as I thought they were going to look.
Yeah.
A lot of their shots, they had 14 shots the first half, and we had 1. So that just goes to show you that how the game, it wasn't necessarily a game of 2 halves. It was more or less 2 halves of 2 different games. It was mental how it shifted. So that just goes to show you just how, I wouldn't say dominant we were second half, but how much better we were second half. If the first half was 14-1, we really sort of turned it up. And then this is how it leaves us after this weekend's games.
There's starting to be a bit of a three separate leagues in there now, isn't there? Got the top, the middle, and then the bottom. Fulham obviously won, haven't they?
Yeah,
so that Spurs have sliding. I
know they are, mate. It's like he was the saviour, weren't he, at the start, old Frank, but now it's starting to come to roost. He's
Or
just as
maybe
shit as every other Spurs manager.
he might get relieved of his duties, and you never know, mate.
Well, I know it makes me laugh how when there's a manager, there's been a few this season, a few managers that have been in danger, like the Silva at Fulham when he was struggling, and a lot of Leeds fans were like, "Yeah, just get him in here." I'm like, "You want to bring a struggling manager in? All right, that makes sense." So that leaves us still 18th. West Ham now we're both on the joint same point, so we're actually 17th because we're an Al, so we should be 17th. They should be below us. Like I said, if we can get.
Look at Sunderland, man.
I know they come from behind, didn't they, against Bournemouth? Fucking hell, Sunderland. I still think they're going to drop. I still think they're going to drop down.
About how good Bournemouth are. They're just 11th.
Yeah. Just crazy how this league, man.
Yeah, everyone's raving about Bournemouth like for the past few matches, telling everyone that Bournemouth Palace are having like really, really good seasons and that. But they're just there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just 8 points.
But I mean, look at 5th all the way down to 13th, man. That's crazy. 14th, man. 15th. That's mad, isn't it? There's lots of movement in this. It's very competitive this year. I mean, like I said, we've lost games where we've actually played well in. Yeah. So it is a very, very, very competitive Premier League this year.
It is, mate. It is. But yesterday's performance, I hope, just gives our fans a bit more not comfort, but a bit more sort of enthusiasm about this season because everyone's wrote it off. You give me some predictions for the next two games against Chelsea and Liverpool. What are you thinking?
I think we beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think we beat Chelsea and then Liverpool beat us, right? This is how I feel about it. Then Liverpool are going on a mad 15-game winning streak because they smashed us. Yeah.
Usually happens, don't it?
Yep.
They look really good and looking up to win. Who are you talking about there?
About Chelsea.
Was it Chelsea?
I know that 10 men as well.
Hopefully they've run themselves ragged when they play us. To be fair, they can probably swap the whole team out, can't they?
Yeah,
just like Man City did.
Yeah, me too, I know, mate. 7 points for the next two, please.
Yeah, absolutely. We deserve it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm gonna be me, Kev.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna predict that we get 6 points.
Please
6
don't.
points at the next two games. Mark my words. You heard it here first. We'll be on. What's that? 17 points. 17 points after Saturday when we beat Chelsea and Liverpool, and all these relegation worries will be of yesteryear, and there'll be no more worrying.
The next one up is on 17.
Yeah. Hopefully, Fulham will lose, so we'll. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2 wins because that's just me, mate. That's just.
I'm gonna go for a win and a loss. I think we beat Chelsea. I just don't know why, but I think we beat Chelsea.
That's it. Confidence. Hey, here's Matt. Everyone's talking about us using 5-3-2 for the rest of the season, but I wonder if it will work when teams know we need fire to change formation during games, depending on how it's going. Yeah,
we mentioned that, mate. Yeah, we need to. Obviously, we can't stick. 3-5-2 is good in certain situations. Well, to be fair, I mean, we're saying it's good in certain situations. We saw it once in the last 2 years, properly, and when it's worked. I mean, it's maybe it could be a fluke, could be like, do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Let's just see how it goes. I'm trying to say pessimistic. I am at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, look, you know what I'm like, mate. I don't think it's necessarily always about the formation. I think it's more about the application of the players, because we've seen us play really good this season in that old formation. It's just been shit.
I mean, even last week against Villa, we weren't bad.
We weren't bad. We didn't deserve to lose the game, I don't think.
I know, yeah.
And that's happened quite a few times this season, even yesterday. So although the formation helped us against a really good Man City team yesterday, because they sort of didn't know how to deal with it. It's for me, it's about the application of the players, and it's about switching on at the back and not fucking. I've mentioned it every week because I won't stop mentioning it till it changes. Basic defending, picking up players in the box. I mean, it happened again yesterday, and that's what it boils down to. But obviously, ultimately, everyone just looks at Fark because Fark is the man that nobody really wants. Nobody wanted him in the Premier League, even when he was hired all them 2 years ago. It was a case of, oh yeah, it'll be good for this league, but once we get up, he needs to be gone. So everyone was writing him off already, and he needs to do a hell of a lot to win them people over. But I just think it's been about application for me, and some players just needed to be switched on at the right times and would have got more points. But yeah, Matt, just using it when it needs to be used. That's it. And so games
against your bigger teams.
Yeah, your more enterprising teams. You're not scared to like knock it about and keep the ball. And not. I mean, that'll happen quite a lot in this league. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking Premiership. What are we doing this week, mate? Because obviously we've got a game on Wednesday and on Saturday. We'll obviously be here next Sunday. I might do one. I might set one up for the week.
I won't be able to do one during the week, mate. Yeah, I've got loads going on this week, mate.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could just put this picture up and I could just pretend I'm talking to you because no one really knows
fine.
There anyway.
Are you ready? Yeah. You could just go, it must be Dave. He's on the plane. Yeah, could do that, couldn't
you? Yeah, so I'll do that then. I think probably, I don't know if I might put one on straight after the game on Wednesday night. Just a quick one to talk about the match. Then, did you say you're here with us next Sunday, mate?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Sound then. So, yeah, I'll see you Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll see you. Well, Kev, you going to have a camera next week?
I hope so, mate. Lauren's trying to fix my laptop.
Yeah. Everyone misses your face. I've had so many personal messages saying, oh, if only Kev had a face there, I would subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Well, sorry.
So, yeah, please like and subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not live, like, subscribe, leave some comments. I always say it, no one ever does. But I'll keep doing it anyway. Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you through the week and next week. Take care.
I'll see you through the window.
See you through the window when we play Chelsea.